It's Brian, Sebastian, movie reviews and more. And I have to say this, we are at the Mike House Studios for Artists by Artists, and it's been a long day already. I almost missed my show today. So it's one of those things where you just go with it and you wing it because that's what we do. It's after the election, which is a good thing. So someone jumped in the studio because we're going to do a movie review show right after this one. So I had to bring back Mike Zemansky.
Hey.
Mike, I'm glad that you came in because you helped me out today, which is
Super.
good.
Super.
And then we have none other than Christina. And Christina, where'd you come from and why are you here? You're my new woman I have to tease.
That's okay. I'm open to teasing, and that's healthy, in fact. I'm Christina Saikia, and basically I'm from Mumbai, India, and I'm so glad to be in your show. And your entire vibrant energy and the format of the show, inspired me to be here actually. And it's very interesting to have a personality, to be in your aura, in your energy. That's itself, it's very motivating for me.
Well, it's one of those things where you're actually quite amusing. You make me laugh for some strange reason. Not only do you look beautiful today, and I hate to compliment you but I have to. Because you look good. But it's one of those things where you're intriguing to me. You have great energy. I love the stuff that you're doing. I haven't read your books yet,
Okay.
but I have a feeling that they're actually really good. Talk about what you've written, because Mike will tell you, we're used to getting lots of things throughout back in the day, and then some of them would be good, some of them wouldn't be.
Except,
Okay.
Brian, from what I understand, it's looking at her books is going to be a bit more interesting to you than reading them.
I think both the ways, because definitely when I wrote the book and the whole idea about the book, both the books are actually, I'll take it forward one by one. Of course, there is like visual orgasm, I can say, looking at the book. It is very informative. The first book name is I'm a $1 billion star, feel wealthy. And the second book, which is in the designing phase, is known I'm the Princess in Nude. It is on fine art nude photography completely. So coming back to the first book is, it's on how to be in the wealth consciousness. So not to be in the lack or poverty consciousness. It is not what you see inside outside of your 3D world. It's what you
Right.
create inside you. And when you feel aligned yourself with that abundant consciousness, and when I talk about wealth is not about just money in your account, in a bank account. Wealth is all about your first is how spiritually you're aligned from inside, in mind, body, soul, and spirit, in your energy body. It's not the physical body. And then from there, everything you give birth, everything, like you guys are around me, this is also our manifestation. It's abundant energy. So the book tells about how to be wealthy in mind, body, soul, and spirit, in career, in finance, in health, and even spiritually, and everywhere, in all walks of life. And when you have that energy inside you, you can create everything in your life. Your life can transform. You can create it the moment you say that I can, and it's possible. To get what I want, to reach out your desired goals, everything is possible. So in the book, no doubt there are a lot of beautiful images of mine and some more things I have put there together. But it's very informative because the book has got practical techniques and metaphysical techniques, and it's very simplified. If there is a book right next to you, you can keep it in the car or your living room or your workspace. You don't have to read the book from the first page. You can just open the book. Oh my god, my life transformed. Something happened at that particular moment. So my book is life transformative. It's it's like a lifestyle book. But when a person or the reader holds the book, it's a cinematic experience, because I'm an actress, and being into showbiz business, what we do, we show people larger than life everything. So it is totally an experience, even to hold the book, like to keep the book, kind of. It's a very different kind of abundant energy. So it's colorful. I made the book look because I like colors. Life has to be of
Well, you're
all
also
colors.
wearing a powerful color, too.
Yeah, red
You did
color.
that on purpose.
That's my brand. If you say Christina, the first thing should come to people's mind is red color, which is very passionate, very sensuous, very Yes, I have the power. That's power woman.
And
Well, that's
anytime
Powerfully polished,
anytime I
powerless
think
take.
of India, there's it's all colorful.
Yes, very
The
colorful.
That's true,
Bollywood
yeah.
and
Yeah,
India,
very
the,
colorful.
the
It's
costumes and everything.
Yes, it's very colorful. Yeah, and the book, I'm just reading it from here because it's so many platform. It is coming. The first book I'm talking about, the second book I will definitely go ahead with that. I'm a $1 billion star, feel wealthy means you need to feel the stardom inside you first. If when I feel the light inside me, the energy, the vibration, obviously the whole world and whatever you need magnetically will be attracted to you. If I don't feel that I'm not the star, then why would people feel that I'm a star?
Are you a
Yeah.
star?
Of course, I have always been the star from the moment
Of course you have.
I conceive in my mother's womb. That's the time I have been a star, and it just that energy. My spirit is expanding day by day. It's just a star is growing. The spirit is growing.
All right, so
Light.
Star, how were you during the lockdown? Because you were writing and everything. So how was your star shining then?
The first thing every person might have gone through psychosomatic experience. Psychosomatic means sudden shock to your physical body or your brain or, unusual event. I have gone through, everyone has gone through, it's unaware,
Yeah.
somewhere subconsciously we went through. And I have been a history student, and I still, it's very embarrassing to say, but I would put it in front of you that I didn't know about pandemic, and it's okay not to know a few things, how pandemic happens. But then when I came to know that it's extreme lockdown for few days, it was like I stay so much time at home sometimes, and suddenly someone comes, oh, you cannot do this, cannot do that. Then you feel like doing more. But after a while, I said, oh my God, this is has been always like that. It don't change my life. So quickly, how my wellness courses, I teach meditation, healing, tarot reading, and all, and that is a time when people needed more because it was going down. People were going through towards depression, and I did lost one of my doctor friend that time during extreme lockdown, and I helped people through my online courses. I told people, please do meditation more. It has nothing to do with your physical body, your energy body, your aura has to be very strong to protect yourself from any kind of viruses and.
And we all need that today.
Need
and,
it,
and,
yeah.
and it's very, very important
Yeah,
too.
definitely we need that to align your mind, body, soul, spirit. So my wellness courses were like doing very well that time. And though I had some personal issues going on, and obviously we all were affected. It will be life. I say I didn't get affected mentally, but I aligned myself and I said everything is fine and well. And then I went to write these 3 books. Like suddenly, and I just thought, why not write a book? And I just didn't take it very seriously, but I ended up writing 3 books. And then the next stage we shot also. I pushed myself, I put the crew together, very very less crew, and we shot films. We shot for the books, with different photographers with different crew members. And I would definitely take these opportunities to thank all the crew members across the globe, whoever came together at that time, trust the process, and we pushed ahead and we made things happen. There's always a way if you have a will to do it. The moment you say yes, the universe says yes. Okay, we'll make a way. We orchestrate it, like everything. It fell on place. But definitely, I took the pandemic very, very positively, and a lot of good things are happening. If you see 2020, that is a number of numerologically, it is ruled by Uranus. What it does is the planet, it just will push you ahead. It's innovative completely. It's everything innovative thoughts. Your energy will shift. Something is shifting in the planet, and in your consciousness, everybody's consciousness, something is shifting. So breaking the stagnant rules, regulation, or the energy, Uranus comes and breaks it off very brutally, and from that destruction, in tarot reading, there is a tower. The tower suddenly breaks and creates a havoc and complete chaos, and from that chaos, the
And a lot of
alignment
people
comes.
didn't know how to handle that
Handle
either.
it. The creation happens, and in every person that creation has happened. Every person there's a shifting of energy happened, and a lot of people are aware and some people are not aware about it. Sudden things will happen and you should just say, oh nice, I could not do it, nature did it, let it happen. And souls who could not take it, they choose to exit the process, and we should respect that also. It's very difficult time. I lost my own friend, but I think his soul has accepted the exit portal. But at the same time, one should still, life is so beautiful, you should just allow the nature to take its course, and you will just be in aligned. And when you see, it's a fresh energy towards the end of this year. If you see, if you notice it, it's getting fresher and fresher, and I hope so. For me, 2020 has been good, though I lost my very dear friend, but still, may his soul rest in peace. But otherwise, it has been really, really good. At least from my perspective, even if it is unpleasant,
this has
still
been my
good.
best year also.
Yeah, very
because
best year.
a lot of times it's because of the work that you were putting in. Like I said, I tell people, I've been telling them for 3 years. I knew all this stuff was coming. I just didn't know what the name of it was. So I was allowed to change everything around. That doesn't mean it was easy. It's easy now. It's
Yeah.
easier than it was.
Yes.
So, Mike, you can relate to a lot of the stuff
I
with the
can
changes.
tell you that it's the worst year of my life. So, and I know a lot of people who feel that way, but I also see that the end of the year, there's a lot of shedding. The
Exactly.
election and, personal things is a lot of letting go of past negativity, and maybe there's a better future now. But it's definitely been the worst year in every single
And
way.
for a lot of people. And then that's why I'm always calling and checking on my friends around the world, because they weren't prepared for this. It's like automatically shut off, but you could see everything starting to change.
Yeah.
Mother Earth didn't just start to say, hey, I'm going to lock you guys down
Yeah.
today. It's been in the process for years. We can go back to that movie we saw, Chasing Ice, on the scientist that put 43 cameras up on the Antarctic, and within a year saw everything melt. That was either in '03 or '06. There's all the hints are there. I mean, Honeyland, there was a movie called, great documentary, Honeyland, last year on the bees.
Yeah.
On an elderly woman, I forgot, Estonia, or I think it was, who takes care of the bees. And for generations, she's been, decades, she's been doing this, but she only takes what she needs to have and leaves the rest for the bees. We
Yeah.
need bees.
Yes.
Without bees, without trees, we don't exist.
Yeah.
We just don't.
It is
So I wanna hear
balanced,
about it.
alignment, so it is nice.
I want to hear about your second book.
Okay, yeah. The first book is let me finish a little bit about the first book. I haven't yet finished it, and I would like to tell all our audiences and listeners that the first book you can get in Amazon.com, Amazon UK, Amazon India, Flipkart, Notion, Press, Stores. I read it wrong. The second book, that was about second book. The first book will be in Amazon, all over Amazon.com, Amazon UK, Amazon India. Books Club, Amazon Prime, Flipkart, Snapdeal, Paytm, Walmart Books Club. Again, I'm putting up here. Kobo, Amazon Kindle, Google Play's book, and many more across the globe. You can get it now. The book has been shot by many photographers. I would love to honor them by taking their name. Is Faseh from Hollywood, who is a very well-known Hollywood manager, photographer, and has a film production of his own, and also a martial art artist, and also Yatin Danderkar. He is one of the fashion photographer. He has shot for me. Ankita Navetkar. So she has been into fine art, nude photography. Her specialty has been shadows and light shooting kind of things. Rio, and at the same time another photographer who is into fashion. So I brought a few photographers together, their best work, and then I have put it to in the book. And a lot of celebrities across the globe has given a best comment and a recommendation about the book, and I have taken a few of the celebs who are from different walks of life, who somebody from Forbes Council, and entrepreneurs to politicians to skincare, advanced therapists, and everybody who are very good in their work, and in also film producers and all. The whole motive of taking different celebrities from different walks of life and from different worlds, part of the world, is that people can resonate from that region about the book, so everyone can have a part of it, and the book is available across the globe. So coming back to the second book, which is very exotic again, is on fine art nude photography book. I have been a fine art nude artist for photographers, cinematic moments as an actress, and sculptures are also coming up for painters who are awarded by president. And it's very interesting that a lot of people think how liberated you are being from India, that you say openly and you perform so liberated way, and with that free spirit as a fine art nude model. My answer is I have been always like that, maybe born like that. It was never a bold thing to give a scene in front of such a big crew there in nude, or when a painter is painting me or a photographer is shooting me. It has been always a process, like it is. I found my body from the beginning, like since I was child, as very natural process of my life. It's like very metaphysical process. Our body is nothing to feel shy about it. So the book is all about beautiful fine art images, of course, but also about the experience of me. The entire journey, how I felt or I do feel, I go through, internalize it, when I'm shooting it. So at the same time, it's also about from the point of art directors, photographers, filmmakers, or a painter, what they go through when they shoot or paint a fine art nude body, and making it very aesthetic. And it's a very sensitive, slow process. So it's all about nudity is all about beauty and acceptance, about being comfortable, being sensuous, your sexuality, you're expressing it very freely. And it is very interesting because the book has got a history when did actually fine art nude started. It never started with beautiful women, it started with men, because in the ancient era, when battles and wars were fought by all the soldiers from Greek or Roman, they would show their vigor and the whole courageous bravery through these beautiful sculptures of them, nude sculptures. They say to their enemies, they say proudly to the people that this is the courage we have got. Don't dare to invade our land. So that's how it started, by the sculptures, and then it went to women, and it started, like paintings came in, and then nude entire community painters, they used to paint women and men and children, and that's how the liberated society started. And then photography came. The entire process and the entire history of it, I have written that many centuries ago it came. And maybe there are societies and places where nudity is so liberally accepted, and there is peace. Maybe there is no crime there because they are so in tuned also with nature and with themselves, staying a free, like a free spirit life. And the technicalities of shooting fine art nude, that is also one of the process which I have put in the book. And what circumstances comes, and sometimes challenging circumstances comes. Outdoor, you have to take a quick shot, and there might be people around that. How comfortable an artist is at that time, and what how we are very attuned with our photographer or a filmmaker or an art director, cinematographer. So what happens at that time inside us, that we have to put a very aesthetic shot, but at the same time it can be challenging too at some time.
So, Michael, now that you heard about this, what are you thinking?
Well, you see, I was going to ask her how she felt comfortable about posing nude, but obviously she's very comfortable with it. What I want to know is, how do you make the photographer feel comfortable about you?
They are more comfortable because they are not seeing us as an object of desire at that time, because they know they actually imagine the character in their mind. So when I am in front of a photographer or filmmaker or a cinematographer looking at me, is this who is Christina, who is standing in front of them, disappears. First of all, has to disappear. There's no object, there is just a subject. Maybe there is nothing, there is no subject, no object. It's just an imagination which is projecting through his lens, and he's capturing it intuitively at the right time. It's all about awareness, 360 degree. He's not even seeing me, so that's what goes through for that person who puts it, captured it on the screen, in his glance actually. It's very interesting because I don't work with everybody. People I'm not comfortable with, I need to feel very in tune with that person, that there are times when we don't talk at all. We just know it. This has to be the shot. It's just a silence where we connect a lot, and it is the dance like a breath. You inhale and exhale between the photographer and the model. It always happens that way. And I have been given the liberty by many directors sometimes to shoot intimate scenes, for example in nudes, if the script requires it aesthetically, because it's not pornography, you're doing an artwork, and there is a difference. Even pornography comes out very artistically, I know that. But the genre of work which I do is very interesting, so we work with the lighting, and I have been given many times by directors to design my own shot, and even direct a particular scene sometimes.
Because you know your body, but also you pretty
I
much
know
know
the
what
production.
you look like too.
Yeah, scenes and how to take the shots, how to make my co-star, co-actor be very comfortable with me. That's one thing every fine art nude model or an actress should actually know it. If your co-actor is not comfortable, you should know all the techniques and the tactics. And it's like an art, how to make your co-actor be comfortable with you, because then it's acting is not about you only, it's about the complete package.
Mike, you know what I'm thinking about now? I'm thinking of Mickey Rourke in 9.5 weeks. That's the first thing that comes to mind, because that's not what he was doing when, as you describe it, how it should be done.
Yeah.
That made everybody feel uncomfortable.
Because we talked to a lot of people who've
I
done
never
those
felt
nude
under.
scenes, and some of them were uncomfortable. Some of them had to have everybody cleared out of the room. It was very interesting. The next thing I think of is Sharon Stone and Basic Instinct. Talking to her on that. Mike, I'm sure you were there talking to her about that also.
Yes, I never felt uncomfortable. In fact, the first shot of my life is very interesting. I was wearing a bikini, and a fish came out, and in the editing they would remove the bikini, and the lower part of my body would go into the eyes, extreme eyes, lot of sacks of bags they bought eyes. So I just imagine, I said, look, the fish is very natural, my body is natural. Why would I just wear a bikini and edit it in the post production? I just said to the photographer, why don't I remove the top and then just put the fish, and the fish would cover my breast? That would look nice. And he said, are you sure you want to do that complete nude? I said, yeah, but so the people were there, of course, and a lot of crew members were there, and I didn't
Where was the shot at?
that was first in Mumbai,
Right.
So I didn't think a second. I was just thinking of the art piece, the canvas was coming, and that's the time when enlightenment happened maybe inside me, and sudden striking, something happened from divine source also, and I removed it, and I took the fish and I started posing myself, and that's the time when beautiful postures came out, because I felt very free in my body. Beautiful forms came out, and my hands took different forms, and I could not hear anything because lower part of my body was totally iced. Just so much of I was going through cold, but I was not aware about it. I was only focused on my performance that time. And when the art director said cut, I didn't hear anything. Almost I was just awakened. At that time I was in two realm, maybe in the 3D realm. Also a part of me was in the spirit realm and in the energy body. I left my physical body. I was into transcendental state. I knew what is transcendence means at that time. And then somebody just rubbed, 4 people came and rubbed my body. I just don't know anything. I could hear somebody clapping. It came very far, but people were right there. And when I saw the shots, it came out so beautiful, the body forms, because I felt liberated. I was not at all in the physical body again. And that's when all the people out there, like makeup artists, hairstylists, they came forward. They said, madam, you did a great thing. I think they said, you need to work on this art. And that's how I said yes. And they were satisfied. When I went back home, I started nude yoga. I'm meditating in nude, and many more things came out. And I discovered there's a serpent energy inside us, and maybe I'm a serpent woman. And that's where I started working on my energies, like
Wow.
different portals inside me. And that's how. And I think I was ready. The universe just orchestrated at that moment, and lot of projects came to me, and it gave me a reason to get better and better and better. And be coming from India is interesting, because I never got opposed by anybody. Even the media supported me. That's the best part about it, because I always project it as aesthetic art, like not to show just a body, but it is something, my body is expressing something and I want to say something. It's healing for me, because when you are in your clothes, you repressed inside. When you're without your clothes, and then something comes up very vulnerable and you allow it to come to the surface and express it, unawarely you heal yourself actually.
How many films have you done in India?
Many projects I have done, not only in India but also abroad, including television shows I have done.
And I don't think
So,
people realize, I mean, your viewers are probably more sophisticated, but India has the most robust film industry in the world.
Exactly.
many projects I've done, like including, I was into radio also for 10 months. It just came to me effortlessly. I didn't try for it. It just said, you have a great voice, come over tomorrow in morning and record at 7 o'clock. That way for 10 months it went. And similar, like I have done theater, radio, films, television, production. It just kept on coming to me. I kept
What
on
haven't
working.
you done?
What have I not done?
Yeah.
My spirit is growing, many things I've done, I think.
Well, so first of all, how many films have you done?
I have done many. It's so uncountable. I'm not only counting films, but I'm also counting endorsements, and I
No,
can't say one
films,
of the
films first.
okay, a lot of films I cannot name them, all of them, because I've done many films. But I'll tell you a few films which are very known. Are called Kama Sutra 3D, which is got Oscar contentions and the world knows, and it is.
What year did that come out?
It is in post production right now, because
Okay.
it been shot very long, but it got millions of hits. And then I did in Australia Tantrika, which got 38 million viewership right now again. And then during the pandemic, I did a film called Rose. Right now, we finished it. Two films, in case, and one of the film which actually is a home production, which we completed right now. So there are many films like.
But however, for audience, I just know what they're saying. They want to know where they can see what you've done right now.
You can go to YouTube, and a lot of my films are there. And also we are coming up probably Netflix or Amazon. Kama Sutra will be coming there.
Netflix is getting it?
Yeah, Netflix or Amazon, they are putting up. It's in post production right now, but in YouTube it is available actually. The trailer is available with 6+ million viewership right now. So
Is it on your site?
It is on my site also. Just type Kama Sutra 3D, you will get it. So I'm taking
I
the
remember
name because
watching the first one.
Yeah, it is very. Yeah, no, it's not that was of different producers. So this is a different production house completely. And I am also doing film with David Lockhart right now. He's an Emmy awarded producer and also an actor and also martial art artist. We are coming ahead with this film very, very soon right now. You might see it in American film market very soon. And then I will be doing projects in Vegas too very soon, where I'm working on the script. So nowadays what happens is the films which I did in the past, or right now, I contribute in the script also. Being a writer, that's a liberty I'm getting now. That's a new transformation which is happening in my life. Like, I can put up my script, so they say, okay, fine. Or I can always have the liberty to, as an artist, as an actor, to put some inputs about my role and make it better.
Mike, if you think about right now, this would normally be AFI going on, and this would be AFM going on.
Yeah.
Did you hear anything from AFI? I mean, and then I'm getting something from AFM, but I don't know what they're doing. Talking about film markets, I mean, again, the world has changed when it comes to films.
Yeah.
It's hard to see where things are going right now. I just keep thinking of all the films that we can't see, that we don't know, like what you're talking about, which is
You
why
can
I'm
see in
asking
many
where they're going to
places.
go.
Yeah, they are going to definitely. So many OTT platforms are being made. We are making now OTT platforms like Amazon, Netflix, and there are many OTT platforms are coming up. And it's a great audience people have seen. In theater, it's all about the stars sometimes, mostly the star sells. But in OTT platforms like Amazon Prime, or you can see in Netflix, it's all about the content. The content makes the actors stars, So in the theater, it happens the stars are sellable. Oh wow, the film is going great. Sometimes, of course, the story matters. So a lot of platforms are there. Mainly, people can just sit at home and watch in their TV or sorry, in their laptop or in their phones. Like my
Well,
film projects we are bringing up mostly in OTT platforms. We are creating a lot of good content, because when it comes to OTT platforms, you want to see on the phone. You want to. It's not about the stars. It's more about
well, that's
liking of
true.
the content.
But the issue for like someone for like Mike and myself is we want to know where can exactly when people can see it, because now when I go on Netflix now, it's just popping up, and I do my best to stay up on it, and I'm pretty good at staying up on it. But we need lead time because there's so much stuff being thrown at us now that we're not given enough time to promote it rightly, or where's it gonna go? Because I'm not watching stuff on Amazon, but when I go to my friend's house, I love watching stuff on Amazon and Apple TV. Now I've got to watch stuff on Apple TV. But we're getting hit with all the stuff how we used to do it, and it can be overwhelming. Like one of the good films that I saw was the Chess Gambit. I just happened to see it. Oh, it looks like a thing on chess.
Queen's Gambit.
Oh, Queen's Gambit, yeah. And I'm like, I love chess, and that was like that. Well, I love this series. However, I knew nothing about it because I'm not going to read the descriptions. I'm like, okay, that's a new film. Okay, how many episodes is it? Or is it one movie? Do I have time to see it? Because once I started, I'm a completionist. If it's 13 episodes, I got to watch all 13 episodes. If I know it's 21 episodes, I'm like, that's 21 hours. Can I get through it between now and then? Because I write everything that I watch down still. So you can imagine my mental mindset. And so between now and the end of the year, I'm like, okay, this is when I grind it out. How many movies can I get in before the end of the year, before December 31st?
Yeah.
That's my thinking.
I love
But
that.
plus point is also about the OTT platform. You can pause it and watch it later on.
No,
So
I don't.
sometime-
Well, what I do is I'll stop it and then I'll continue it because I might be interrupted or the phone rings or something
yeah.
like that. But I'm a completionist. And we used to go to the theaters where we had the writers. I learned this from print people. You sit there and you watch the end credits, and then so we might have to see 2 or 3 movies in a day, sometimes 5 in different locations around the city, if you can imagine that. So now what we're doing, you see I have 2 phones here, so I usually have 3 laptops. One is playing movies constantly. The other one I'm doing something on, I'm like this, and I'm like, oh, this is good. I have to stop it because that means I have to pay attention to it, and that's how I used to pick films.
Yes.
And I was very good at. I'm still good at picking those films.
But life has changed after pandemic. I'm sure theater will never lose its charm, because theater is somewhere where we watch film and we feel that.
See, I think theaters have lost the charm in the U.S. I can't speak for outside the U.S. because we talked about this. Mike, would you go to the theater tomorrow?
No.
See, and I wouldn't either
Not right
yet. Would you go to the theaters tomorrow?
I don't know, maybe yes.
No, it's yeah.
Like maybe yes or no, depends on the situation. But watching a film in the theater makes everyone feel larger than life.
Well,
That
we're
charm
not
is
disputing
always
that.
there.
It's about what's not prepared right in the theaters,
Yeah.
and there's no new movies coming. And what I don't like is the independent films are getting disserviced. Like you're talking about movies, I'm like, okay, where can I see this? When can I see it? Is it done? Because I like finished product.
Yeah.
And then, I want to be able to help promote those things because the audience wants to know where can they see it.
I think it's interesting that the actors in India, they also have to sing. It's one of those things that you actually have to sing. And I wonder if you think that they are more talented than American actors because of that.
Okay, all the actors, they know to dance basically. Singing is something a lip sync you do. Of course, a lot of actors are there who can sing too. They're good singers.
Oh, but
too.
they're dubbed too.
It's like when you shoot a music album, for example, and there is a song going on, lyrics are there. So when you know to dance, then you lip sync it. You put the words in the actor's mouth, and it looks like the actor is expressing the word. For example, my love for you is love you as you do. If the song is going on and when I dance, I will put the words, I lip sync it completely as if I am singing it. Yes, that way to be actors, it's a little challenging. Like male actors, they get trained in fights, and singing and dancing has to be part of it. You don't have to sing, but yeah,
But
dancing
you
skills.
sing, you sing.
I don't sing. Like,
Oh, you
I
don't?
dance.
Okay.
I'm a
Oh,
Latin
one thing that you don't
Latin,
do.
I don't do, but I still do voice works, and
Right.
I am a Latin bachata dancer. That really helps me. I really like to go to socials. Right now, I completed a music video which is in a post production setup. Right now, we are working on it. And definitely, I'm looking forward to do more Latin music videos right now. Maybe someday to work with Enrique Iglesias. That is my
Wow.
dream to work with him.
We got a couple minutes. Give your social media links.
Okay. Firstly, I would like to tell you the second book where it is coming. It is coming in Amazon.com, Amazon UK, Amazon India, Flipkart, Notion Press Store, ebook, Amazon, Google Play Store, Kobo, iBooks, and more platforms across the globe. And it is coming in 150 plus nations. Both the books will be everywhere available. And please contact me and follow me in my Facebook profile, Christina Saikia. Instagram is Dr. Christina Saikia. Of course, I have an honorary doctorate in metaphysical healing, as a lot of people knows it. And Twitter is Christina_5. LinkedIn is Christina Saikia. And you can reach out to me by mail to art9mystic@gmail.com. And christinasaikia.net is my website. And also I have an app now. We just develop it. It's still in the process, and we are putting more stuffs there. You can go to Google Play Store and download it, known as Christina Saikia How To. It's a lifestyle app where a lot of things are put up, about your lifestyle, about your about your health, career, tantra, Kama Sutra, food habits, organic beauty techniques, and on entertainment, art, e-news, and views by celebrities. A lot of things are there in my app. We do develop apps right now, dynamic apps, and as well as OTT platforms. And you can always reach out to me for even your film production, post production. We do CGI, VFX, animation, everything right now, and we can help you out with the creative conceptualization too. I'm available. I make sure that I am available to my fans and followers most of the time, in specific times. And they can always reach out to me for the courses, like I do tarot card reading or Reiki healing, teach meditation across the globe through Zoom or, in person too, through Skype. Once the pandemic is over, we will do it more. In Costa Rica, we have beautiful, luxurious resorts there where for premium clients, they can come and stay for 7 days, do meditation, healing in the middle of the nature. We can take you to luxury yachts where you can do wellness and meditation, exercises middle of the ocean and a rainforest. And likewise, we have in New York, in India, everywhere across the globe for premium clients. I'm always available wherever, whatever medium you want to connect me.
I've always heard Costa Rica is beautiful.
Very beautiful. Costa Rica is we are starting from November, and I guess the entire wellness retreats there. So I do teach a nude meditation too. That's one of the interesting specialties. I do it.
I might have to have a show with her and Dr. Nancy Pierce.
Yes, absolutely.
That would be actually interesting.
Yeah.
Mike, give your social media links real quick.
I have my Dachshund books on Amazon. Just Google Amazon.
Which are doing very
Dachshund
well,
and-
obviously.
and Mike, yeah, they are doing.
And what day were we sequestered? Are we
We
still
are
counted?
on 235
Wow.
today.
All right.
Yeah, yesterday was it's day 234. Shove Donald out the door.
Exactly. And with that, all right. So Christina,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming. You have so much information. There has to be a part 2.
Yes, maybe.
There has to be a part 2. There is no
Thank
maybe
you.
about it. I already
Oh,
know
I would
who to
love
look you
it.
up.
I would love to be on this show. It's such a great pleasure to be with two amazing personality here and such a great energy. And thank you so much for giving me an opportunity so that I can bring out these 2-3 products which I'm doing more actually. And but we will put it out, as you said, in the second episode, maybe third, fourth, anything can
You
come
never
up.
know.
You never know it. But thank you so much. I'm really honored.
I see. I look forward to reading one of your books first. I think I'll read the second one first.
Oh, really?
Maybe I'll just flip through the pages. No, I actually, again, I'm a
Yeah,
completionist.
this month might be the lucky one. I think that the first book we are going to publish it across the globe. The second book is coming very, very soon because we are in the.
I want to be a
design-
billionaire, so I'm
yeah,
gonna
I'm
read
a
the first
billionaire.
one.
Yes, that's a book. We all wants to be billionaire and trillionaire. You know.
Well, I'm
Inside.
already working on that. I want this. I
Yes.
got to read the second one first.
Yes. Oh, great.
I
That
got to
would
go
give
to
us
that one first.
Inspiration.
I got to be able to tell people what's going on.
going on with him.
And so with that, I'm calling this part one. So
Okay.
part one with Christina and Dr. Christina. You got so many titles and everything. I want to see if she can get it back when she comes back, get it all down in 10 seconds. I don't think she can because she has so much stuff that she does. With that, this is Brian Sebastian, movie reviews and more, itube247.com out of Franklin, Tennessee. womenontv.tv and the Worldwide TV Network. And if you see someone out a smile, please give them one of yours because the world needs it. We will see you next week.
Thank you.